This channel is sponsored by Loot Crate, the monthly subscription box that's always filled with surprises for gamers and geeks alike. If you're interested, go to lootcrate.com/hawk525 and after choosing your crate, type in promo code HAWK525 for a 10% discount. The link and promo code will be in the description box below. Thanks guys, and hope you enjoy the show.
Oh, pick up the soap. I like how that's Shadow's only impression of like Soulcalibur for the longest time. He was like, I don't know what it was, but there's this custom character with a large slong, and their name was just pick up the soap. And like every time we talked about Soulcalibur, it was like that's what he brought up.
Pick up the soap.
Pick up the soap. It's like what the crap. Like everybody put the raccoon tail. Everybody's putting it on the front.
Yes. Whether it's purple, black, brown, whatever, man.
Blue, green, whatever. Fucking hot pink, dude.
Yeah.
Character creation is both amazing and a mistake.
Yeah.
Every single time. It's like that's just how Soulcalibur is, and it's never gonna go away.
Oh no,
There's so many people who don't even play the fucking game that just make custom characters.
Yeah, they cannot take it away at this point, because if they take it away, people are going to be pissed, dude.
And it doesn't even look like they dumbed it down with like the races and stuff. It looks like they're just still just expanding upon it. And apparently they have both a boob and a tit slider. So I don't know how that works.
Oh boy, we're gonna see some.
I'll have to see the video.
Yeah. We're probably gonna see some juicy character creations later in October. Well, anyways, that's how. Like I said, that's how we start the podcast. So, welcome to the 66th episode. Now we can execute Order 66.
Yeah, God. Unfortunately, 66 has also been a pretty dry and boring week.
Yeah. So that Order 66 is gonna be a little small, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Order 66 millimeters.
Yeah, pretty much. Millimeters is a good unit for it. But we have still some stuff to talk about.
A little bit. This will be a pretty dry podcast. We don't have a third guest.
Yeah.
We don't have the fucking docket in front of us. That's how dry it is. We didn't make a docket, so we didn't even go over introductions.
No, but it's okay. It's just the two of us, with myself, Sean, or Hawk525 as always, as holding it down as host, and Endergamma right here.
Yep.
But yeah, this will be a small-sized podcast, but we will do our best to keep you guys engaged as much as we can. So
because of when we record and the news, it kind of overlaps. Most of the news stories that were covered on this week's podcasts were covered last week's. Like with the Telltale closing and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's been some ongoing shit going on with that, and some former employee is trying to like make a
class action lawsuit. Because apparently in California, you can't just fire people that day.
Yeah,
you have to give them like some sort of warning.
It's like a 2-week notice sort of thing.
I think it was like 30 days, maybe. I don't know the exact rules, but they totally broke that. They're probably going to try to loophole it and say like they're contractors, so it doesn't count. But we'll have to see. Hopefully, like what you said, same sympathies from last podcast. Hopefully, those people find jobs. Like I think what was it, Ubisoft and them all holding lunches and shit. So I'll just have to see how that goes.
Yeah, they'll get hired. They have the talent. They have the resume. They have like the experience and shit that people would want to have them on board and stuff for whatever game they're gonna create. So they'll find something, but it just sucks that just
that's the way the industry is. It's like super common, and I think at some point, game developers probably have to unionize.
Yeah. Yeah,
because you pick up these people who went to college for game design and stuff, desperate for a job, and then this shit happens. Sucks.
Yeah.
But that was last week's podcast. We're on to this week's.
Yes.
And we got kind of a better because we're at a lack of news stories. We're picking up something that's not really a news story, just more of a personal story. Right. Not to any of us, but someone's personal story.
Yeah.
Kind of bittersweet.
Oh yeah.
But, you want to introduce it?
I'll take it away. So basically, many of you may, or some of you at least, may recognize the story with Chris Taylor, aka Spooky Wobbler on Twitter. He was also on Reddit as well by another name, but I just know by the name of Spooky Wobbler on Twitter. That's where we're most active. Yeah. That's where we, or at least I picked it up, and he was part of the Smash community for like a very long time, and then eventually he was kind of inactive, I think, at some point. And I think what happened was he later found out that he was diagnosed with a terminal cancer of some sort. I don't know what exactly, but it doesn't really matter, because at some point he was very, like, he was running on limited time, and he didn't know exactly when he was gonna go, and he really wanted to try Smash Ultimate at some point before he goes. So he tweeted out something like about that, and Hungrybox, I think he was the one to make the first like big retweet, like, hey, Nintendo of America, we should get this guy, at least try out the demo or something, right? And he wanted, people to retweet it. I retweeted it because I think, that was, something that should be done. And a lot of people, especially from the community, blew it up. And eventually, 2 representatives from Nintendo came on a Tuesday or something, and they brought the demo for him to play along with his like friends and family and stuff to play. And it seemed like he had a really good time, and he even uploaded
some pictures.
Yeah, uploaded some pictures, and he even said that he really liked playing Ganondorf, which was really cool. And he had a good time playing it. And everyone was like really glad that he was able to do so. And but the tragic thing about that part was like few days after, I believe, not too long after, he
very short,
like a lot shorter than I thought, he passed away from the cancer. So
it's very sad, but also very
fulfilling, I guess.
Heartwarming that a community that for the most part, Smash community seems to have a big like, I wouldn't say toxic, but like dramatic community about it. Like it seems like there's always like some allegations, there's always some like smack talk or drama and stuff, but that the community could actually like all work together for something good rather than just shit talking each other or trying to invalidate somebody. It's really nice to see communities do something good, and like it kind of sucks that this guy passed away, but at least he got to do something he wanted to do before, like something that is like you hear about it with like Make-A-Wish and stuff. Like I think I don't know the whole story, but didn't somebody see a pre-screening of like a Marvel movie before they passed away or something?
I think so. I kind of
I'm not as close to this is just a discussion I had with someone at work, and they were saying like, this stuff happens sometimes and it kind of sucks, but I'm just glad that Nintendo actually heard, like responded, like people actually made this happen.
Right. That's really cool. And of course he personally thanked Hungrybox for even like stepping up and make it happen, help make it happen. So, and of course, props on Nintendo for even like they of course made a response of some sort in the first place. So that was really cool of them to come down and let him have get his hands on the demo in the first place. So that was something, and he actually at least went out on a pretty good note for the most part. So best wishes to him, and hopefully you're resting easy up there. So hey man, at least you had fun with Smash, so that's good. That's a good way to go out, I guess. That's the best way to go. So, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the most part. Nothing much else around it. I think other than his brother has been kind of was the one who kind of like broke the news and like kind of kept up to date with what was up with the situation and stuff on both, I think, Reddit and Twitter, I think, but definitely on Reddit. But anyways, that's pretty much the basis of that story. The crux of the story. So,
but yeah, bittersweet. But
hey,
thoughts out to the families and friends.
Of course, deepest condolences for families and friends and everyone else around him that had to go through with it. So, oh yeah. So, anyways, we gotta
back on the lighter notes of things.
Back to the brink of things.
No.
Let's pick it up a notch. Now, we know for a good amount of time now with Sony, we know how they feel about.
Why would you want to play Fortnite anywhere else?
Yeah. There was that whole thing with the crossplay, and
every time crossplay was brought up by any developer, they were always like, "It's not on us, it's on Sony."
Yeah, and I think they even said something about like, "Oh, we're they kind of said about like they're."
Why would you want to play with those shitty ass Xbox players?
Sort of like that, like why would you
that was the official statement. Shitty ass Xbox players.
Essentially, it was very like egotistical and like I don't know. It's just high horsing and shit, and yeah, they're trying to ride themselves on the high horse, but I guess very recently they allowed crossplay now on, at least on Fortnite. We haven't seen anything else from that, but I think it's a sign that, hey, Sony is finally coming around and seeing that, hey, crossplay, it should be a thing finally.
Please.
Yeah.
Just let when people stop playing games, they're like, "Oh, but no one plays it anymore." Well, guess what? If you have crossplay, it's easier to keep like foundations alive. Like crossplay between like PC and PS4 for like Street Fighter was awesome. Imagine if like all fighting games had massive crossplay. Like that would be so much easier. Like people won't be like, "Oh, I can't play with you because I'm on a PC. Oh, I can't play with you because I'm on Xbox."
Right.
And if like Sony actually just gets their heads out of the fucking ground like ostriches, we can actually get stuff done.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously I think that's cool. It's a start, and they should definitely keep doing that. They should keep that kind of going with that crossplay. Maybe they'll do like a big update with Minecraft, because I guess it's still pretty big.
Think if Call of Duty had a console crossplay finally.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one too. I think Rocket League is another one too, because like it's across.
Rocket League's on everything almost.
It's pretty much like it's on major consoles, or it's on PC.
It's on like PC, Switch, Xbox. I think PS4 can already play with PC, but imagine if that crossover with everything.
Yeah, it crosses. Yeah, it can crossplay with PC, but yeah, being able to play across all those other major systems would be really cool. And they just got to keep it up. So hopefully that's not the one and only time we see crossplay from Sony. So hopefully, they keep that up in the future, keep that up for the future. So, we'll keep watch on that, I guess. But yeah. But we can now move on to something also sort of online service related, and this.
So,
yes.
I assume we're moving into the clarification on how cloud saves are going to work for Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
All right. So, when the Nintendo Switch online service was announced, there was a lot of broad and very vague terms when it came to things like with your cloud save, right? So it was like the cloud saves will only be available so long as you had a subscription. So people were wondering, like, so are you telling me if I have my 100-hour Legend of Zelda save on the cloud, and I just don't make the payment on the day of my renewal, because if you pay $20 for a whole year, it's easy to forget when your renewal date is. Like, especially since I don't know how many people check their Nintendo whatever email is tied to their Nintendo account. We don't know if the game's gonna pop up and be like, "Hey, your renewal," like send you a message. Xbox would do that, saying, "Hey, your Xbox Live's about to go out."
Right.
So people thought, "Hey, we're probably just gonna lose our saves," and like Nintendo made no comment, but they finally came out and we're like, okay, guys, you have 180 days to re-up your Nintendo Online subscription. You have 180 days.
That's 6 months. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
You can get a job at McDonald's, work for like 3 hours, and then you can get your Nintendo Online.
3 hours, yeah. Yeah.
It'll work out.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much do one part-time day, I guess.
Yeah, just show up for the shift. Don't even work. Just show up for the shift. Clock in. Act retarded and not know how to do anything. And they're like, just put the burger, make a lot of people mad, and then quit. And then you still got to get paid.
Yeah. That's definitely one way to do it, I guess. That's pretty much the same amount of time you have with the PlayStation Plus policy when it comes to cloud saving and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty good. That's something should have been said in the first place and being super vague.
They've been very I feel like they've been very vague about all the freaking like new online stuff. I mean, I bought the whole year because I was playing some Splatoon with you guys for Splatfest, and then we know we're gonna play tons of Smash Brothers. I'd rather just play the $20, get it over with.
Yeah.
So it's more of a convenience, and it's the best value money wise. So
it's it's $20 for the entire year, which is like
very affordable.
Yeah,
it's the most affordable thing about Nintendo's. They just charge $70 for a controller, but $20 to play online. It's so fucking.
I think that's pretty much like it's
trade off.
It all balances out, I guess.
Yeah, and a PC, it costs like, to make a decent gaming PC, you need like $1,400, but you get online for free.
Yeah, pretty much. It pretty much works out.
It's all balanced.
Yeah, it's all balanced.
That's balance in a fighting game.
Yeah, it all equates at some point. Yeah, whatever. So I think that is a funny thing to point out with the controllers and stuff, and how inexpensive or expensive it is for whatever it is for each console and stuff. But
I was surprised how affordable and cheap it was.
We haven't seen much from it, I don't think, other than
it's still pretty new. So far, I don't think they've made any, like, there's no way they've made any changes to the infrastructure that day, like right when people upped. And I know a lot of people who didn't. A lot of people using the family plan, so it's like $5 for a year. But a lot of people use these kind of family sharing things, to save money here and there. But I honestly, other than like Splatoon, fucking Smash Brothers, like, what other online Nintendo games do we actually play? Right. Like, I'm pretty sure anybody who plays the majority of the games on Nintendo Switch are just doing it for like cloud saves for convenience, just in case. Like,
it's that insurance of like your saves just being there.
Fucking Thwompette comes and just sits on your Switch.
Yeah, just fucking. Just drops itself onto the Switch and smashes it, and you're just like...
Well, I guess Mario Tennis is another online game.
There's Mario Tennis, Mario Kart, soon a Mario Party.
Oh, yeah. Mario Kart.
Super Mario Party.
And I guess Animal Crossing will have some online
components. Oh, yeah. They gotta have some sort of online feature.
They'll probably push more online things. We'll just have to hope that because I when we were playing Splatoon, we were having the regular, like, it wasn't anything new. It wasn't like, oh, now it's shit now that we're paying for it. It's just like, hey, we paid $20 and we're still disconnecting as usual.
Yeah.
Like, we know that they haven't made any changes now, but if they don't make changes in the future, it's gonna be really shitty. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, because people like to get what they pay for, because it's like we're paying for something we had already.
Because Splatoon 2, the online infrastructure hasn't been the smoothest, even with it free and stuff. So like even before. So I think that's just the game itself, not rather than the actual online service.
But the thing is, it's also Nintendo first party, so
right.
They're in charge of those servers, whatever they are. So they could take some of the online money, and I don't know. We'll have to see.
I think they'll hopefully ram it up for Splatoon 3 whenever that comes out. But like,
I think that's a ways off. I'm more worried about Smash Brothers.
Oh yeah, that's like the big one. That is the big one.
There were times when Smash Brothers was really bad.
Yeah.
And then it's very inconsistent. Does you no favors, but
luckily,
we'll have to see.
Yeah, luckily with us, between us anyway, it's okay or smooth for the most part. So we're okay. But like, if you're trying to like play other people in the world, it's like it can get pretty rough, especially when you play a 4-player free for all, whatever, online. My God, it's pretty bad. I think even of course, even to this day, it's still not fixed. So. I hope that once Ultimate comes out, we really get to see good things from the online service, whether it helps out or not. I mean, we'll have to see about that. But yeah, for now, at least with the cloud saves, at least they give you a very reasonable amount of time.
Huge window
for you to recover your saves. So that's pretty cool.
And that, like, it doesn't delete your local save as well. We should probably point that out.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's not like they're gonna be like, didn't pay us money, and they like come and they destroy your
destroy your work and time that you put into the game and stuff.
All of it.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you with your RNG weapons that you got from Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Fuck your core. All that core farming.
Yeah, we know. Goodbye. We kind of know about that thanks to Josh telling us about.
I hear the new DLC actually doesn't have any of that. Like, I heard the deal. Like, a lot of people who were frustrated with the original game, the DLC is a better game than the game itself.
Okay.
So that's actually really interesting.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Hey, I hear that. If you guys want, you could just play the prequel part.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the story for that is quite tragic, but anyway, but the whole point here is cloud saves 180 days. Woo! So woohoo!
You will not lose it immediately.
Yeah. I hope on a side note, I hope they kind of work on the menu, like with the music and stuff. It still feels so.
It is very empty. It is like
soulless. I don't know.
Like, at least I think they should at least let us put, like, how we can take pictures and things.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like put a picture in the background, like you can do with your phone.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool.
That's
like
cool,
maybe they'll work on that. Like, it's still early. Firmwares can change.
Yeah.
Firmwares can break. Let's hope it's not that.
Yeah.
Let's hope it sticks around.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike PSX.
Yeah. We all, we all found out that PSX is not a thing. And
this was already kind of expected too. People are they've made no announcements for PSX this year. Like, and it's been like so late. It's like coming up to where PSX should be happening like right now, right?
No,
right?
It happened. I mean,
I feel like it. I should be able to register, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I think this time was supposed to be the registration time, opening and stuff. But and of course, usually it opens up during December, and that's when Capcom Cup took place, right? At the same time, in the same place, whether it's in the Anaheim Convention Center or up in San Francisco or something. But Capcom Cup has their own thing this time around. I think again in the Mandalay Bay, where Evo takes place for finals, and that was like the biggest clue for everyone else being like, okay.
Yeah, but if you're not part of the if you're not in tune with like fighting games, you're like, Capcom, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
like, it's not something you pay attention to.
Yeah.
So like, what are you?
Yeah,
what are you saying?
yeah. But
yeah, for us, it was a huge clue. Like, I don't think it's happened this year. I don't think we're gonna know whenever we're gonna get the 5th installment of Blaze Blue Cross Tag. Didn't happen at TGS.
I think they'll have
their own. Gonna happen?
I think they'll have their own thing at some point,
like they did with all the other character reveals with those streams at absurd times in the morning because it's Japan and it's night, and we're all like, we just want to go to sleep. Just show us the character, show us the fucking 1-minute video with clips of stuff. We're gonna be like, is that an auto combo? Is that a oh god, the game's still fun.
But
no PSX announcements. So.
I think and people have been saying, oh, that means that the PS4 is coming to its final stretch, that kind of thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
dude, PS4 is still the most probably the most populated online console community. A lot of people play it. Call of Duty's still coming out. Regardless of how you feel about Call of Duty, Battlefield's still coming out. Like all the like the expected games are coming out.
Yeah.
And people will buy them on PS4.
I feel like it's a little too early, but I don't know.
It is a bit early. It's been like what? Hold up. I'm going to look up the numbers before I start spouting off.
Sure.
Nonsense.
I'm going to guess 5 years, or 6 years. But it's but usually it's like
it's gonna be 5 years this year.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
November.
Okay.
So it's like 2013. That's like, and then like normal console life cycles. I don't know if they're like the Wii U to the Switch was expected because the Wii U did not sell well.
Yeah.
That's the biggest difference. So it's like, and then why would they invest in like PS4 Pro, which is kind of like this half step in the thing, and that's like within the like a year. Year PS4 Pro. When did that come out?
I think it should have been last year.
Yeah, that was like a fucking like. That was too recent. Like, why would they fuck over like how? That's a great way to alienate everybody. It's like, hey, buy this high-end PS4, and then a year later be like, PS5.
Yeah,
get cucked.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see it. We're gonna see an announcement by I would predict 2020 at the earliest, but any later I would not be surprised. Because I would say the PS4 definitely has plenty of life to go on. Even like
I don't think. Yeah, and I don't think games look bad. Like the technology doesn't look aged. It's not like the PS4 is dying out. It's like when you play a PS4 game and a PC game, yeah, there are differences, but there's not like it's just graphical differences. And I don't even think any like console game can support the graphics that PC has. Like no matter what, it's like, well, what are we gonna do? Like, is a PS5 just gonna be a PC? I don't see a reason to, like, because whenever there's a new I guess generation of consoles, it's like starting over. It's starting the race over. So kind of like how Xbox kept the 360 relevant for so long. I think they're going to do the same with the PS4 because you want to stay in the lead. Especially since Nintendo's in their own world selling fucking a bajillion Switches all over the world. So they're Nintendo. Does Nintendo even count in a console race?
I don't know.
It's like Wii U was behind. They didn't even give a fuck.
No.
They're
in their own league, I feel, and
they're running their own races.
Yeah. I don't think they even really care at this point because Nintendo is such a like name brand. It's like Nintendo. You know what I mean? Like
Nintendo. People know what old people call your Xboxes Nintendos.
They know they like old people they still talk about the Game Boy, like the gray brick Game Boy and all that stuff. It's like that's something that should be noted, you know, when it comes to like
when
impressions.
the name,
yeah,
it's like how all MP3 players are called the iPod.
Yeah.
Or all tissues are called Kleenex.
Yeah, exactly.
It's because you are the you're at the top of the game.
Or you know, colas,
Band-Aids.
Cokes, yeah, Band-Aids.
Cokes.
Yeah. They're it's kind of like Apple as well. They kind of set the standards, and then and then here comes Sony with their own motion controls for after the Wii and stuff being such a huge
so they
success.
were all trying to follow that. They still trying to milk money about that with the PS4 VR stuff. Did you hear about that new Oculus, the all-in-one VR thing that they had? I think it's called Oculus Go.
I have not heard actually much about it.
Oculus Go. Yeah, it's like all-in-one VR headset. It's still way too expensive, and I still think it's a terrible purchase. But like, this is the thing. It's like just all there. You don't need the
console or PC or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd want it though.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, people can, I guess, appreciate it for what it is for right now, like, because of like people early. I don't want to say pioneers, but like people are trying to make it into something else. I feel besides gaming, like they're trying to make it into like a 3D model tool or something with drawing and stuff. I think I heard something about that with Jeff or Keters, as a lot of you may know. He
bought a Vive.
A Vive,
did he not?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, he has his own VR headset going on, and like, he was telling me about if used right, you can actually use the VR as like an actual like an in-game drawing stream or something. It's kind of weird. Like you can actually. Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about. There's actually there's a game where it's like you have these pens, right, and you kind of can like draw like in 3D space with pens, and that's neat. But it's like I don't know. I think the technology for VR is still it's still early.
Still ways off from anything I think we actually want.
Yeah.
As gamers, I don't think it's ever going to get there for gamers until AR solidifies itself. I mean, Pokemon Go has already kind of pushed AR into like, hey, go out into the real world to find your Pokemon. I mean, that's like super small and super basic, but it's like it's a step. So maybe once we could get AR headsets and stuff, I think that's where it'll need to go first before you're complete, like replace bits and pieces of what you can see with a headset before you replace everything. I mean, like here we are like talking about VR, like that was like all the talk like what, a year or two ago?
I think so.
It was about to come out and people were like, oh, is this going to change everything? Turns out it didn't change that much. May have changed people's wallets, but who knows?
It changed the thickness of the wallet, but
for better or for worse, depending.
yeah, depending on how you apply VR. But for the most part, everyone's trying to apply VR as a means of gaming rather than as a means of designing something. I feel I kind of don't know. I feel like VR is gonna should lean more towards the design aspect of things rather than the gaming aspect until it can even master the designing aspect of things, and then it can go branch off to something else. But that's just me. I don't know. That's just how I view VR for right now, especially coming from someone who has studied science and technology over at college for like a good amount of years. So I have that like kind of that mindset. So I feel like they should take it to that direction first before gaming, essentially, because where does gaming start? Designing. So that's like I feel like VR should be able to master that first, and then you can go on to other media if you want. But anyways, that's VR for you for right now. We kind of sidetracked from
that was kind of a tangent. Sorry, like
okay.
we were talking about the. I was like, I was
it started from the Sony
Oculus Go thing. Yeah,
it started from Sony, but anyway.
Well, it's because Sony ain't doing nothing. They're not doing PSX.
Yeah, they're not doing PSX, and no, we're not gonna see the PS5 because if there's no PSX,
and if we're wrong, cool.
Cool. Okay, whatever. We're getting a new console. Big whoop.
Whatever. I'm not gonna be a day one adopter because none of my friends are gonna have PS5.
No, I feel like PlayStations are like not something you get day one. I don't know.
I think you should get any consoles day one.
I don't know if I'm gonna do something with day one. I will lean towards Nintendo because it actually feels a little more authentic.
Well, yeah, Nintendo, yes, because also Nintendo becomes hard to get.
Yeah,
because it gets scalped. But like unless you were super into KI, there's no reason to buy an Xbox day one. PS4, I don't even know what the launch games for PS4 were.
I don't even remember.
Call of Duty came out on both Xbox 360 and Xbox One and PS3 and PS4 for that next year. So it was like, even if you were playing those games, the Madden games, like not all the games just immediately jump ship that first year. So
yeah. I don't even remember any of the launch titles that came out that day. That are actually.
It is exciting though, getting something day one. I remember getting the Switch, but it's like. Find it like even when people are like, so is the Switch worth it? I told them, I was like, can you think of 5 games you're gonna play on it right now? No, don't buy it. Like, that's like my minimal thing. But I knew I was gonna. I got Zelda, and I knew I was gonna play Splatoon when it came out. I knew I was gonna play Smash. I knew my Switch would get used, and it has, and with some weird games.
Yeah,
but that's besides the point.
I just remembered if y'all wanted to know what the PS4 titles were that were actually exclusive to the PS4, at launch, two come to mind, which is Killzone Shadowfall and Knack.
What? Knack.
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 And Knack 2, baby. Knack though, man, great launch title, right?
The Knack became a meme. Knack ironically became popular
because I don't know.
memes, dude. Memes and Donkey.
It's the Shrek of the video game world, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's essentially it. But Killzone Shadowfall, that was the other one that comes to mind when it comes to actual PlayStation exclusive stuff. But that's all I can remember. Otherwise, I think everything else was like multi-platform, like Call of Duty Ghosts, and then I think or like some shit, and like Assassin's Creed, I think it was, and then Battlefield 4 at the time. And then, yeah, I think that's pretty much it that comes to mind. But anyways, I think we can, for the most part, drop that discussion now because
we're still dry. We're bleeding it out.
We're bleeding it out. Point being, no PSX this year. Oh no, what are we gonna do in December?
But you know what we did play?
Yes.
We played the Soulcalibur beta on the PlayStation. I couldn't think of a segue.
Yeah, it's okay.
So sorry about that.
It's all right.
Like I said, there is something we can talk about, so we can talk about that.
So, I guess I'll start with the beta impressions. I guess. So, I logged into. I got about a good 2 hours, I guess, for the most part on my end. And I think for the most part, with my settings, I did same region but with any connection, because I later found out that the bars are pretty much arbitrary, bars
are always lying when it comes to like the Bandai games.
Oh, okay. So
like it was the same with like if you remember, we played Tekken and like with occasional hiccups whenever like Dan would start downloading or something. It's fine, but we always had like. It would say like 0 or to 3 to 4. Like it was never consistent. Like whatever algorithm they used to determine like what like how many bars displays next to a person was not like good. Like it's not a good representation of shit.
Yeah, of how much how much of your how much of a quality connection you actually have. But
Yeah.
but back on the impressions, actual game.
So bars did not matter.
The bars do not matter, and
you said you found some games pretty consistently.
It's pretty. So at first I had it 4 to 5 bars, and that got me a very. It took me a long time to get games, and and when I actually found one, I'm like, okay, you know, that got me going. But I set that up to any connection, any kind of connection, essentially, and then the wait times were still there, but once I got games, they were actually pretty good for the most part. Like the only thing lagging, quote unquote, was the music. It was like kind of choppy at first, like when it was like loading up the screen, and then it showed you the stage, and then the narrator goes like, you know, oh, a new destiny unfolds or some shit. You know, the introductions, the music was kind of choppy, but when it comes to the gameplay, it was pretty much almost kind of 1-to-1, sort of. But like, when I was trying to, like, you know, do some guard impacts and stuff, at times I'm like, oh, now it comes out, like, you know, kind of mean, you know what I mean, like,
because it's not running on rollback, it's running on input delay. Like that's the kind of thing that's going on. So, I kind of like you. I originally right away I did the exact opposite, and I went to any because I'd gotten to the beta late because I was working.
Oh, okay.
So I had already heard, it's really tough to find matches. So I just wanted to play some matches. So I set it to any. Big mistake for the most part because I was playing. It's really weird because it would display some people in like South America, great connection. Some people in like US. Microsoft PowerPoint slideshow. It's like some of those were terrible, but I came back the next day and I did what you said, and I said any bars, but I said it the same region. Initially, during the first search, it took like almost like 10 minutes to find my first game, but like after that, like I was streaming it, and I had my I had like a little Azure Lane window in the corner, and I was just playing Azure Lane. I was like, oh, got an opponent, and it would turn it off, and then I started getting consistent matches to where I was like, I didn't even have to do that, so it was very interesting.
Nice. And but let's talk about the actual like core mechanics and stuff like that.
Well, I already have kind of opinions on it based on like we did play it at Evo, so it's not like completely blind. But we got to play it a little more than just waiting 10 minutes. We got to play semi-consistently. A lot, despite how long the waits were. It was less than standing in line at Evo. But since I have more history with the series, I'll let you go first for the... I wish Shadow was here because he comes from not playing any Soul Caliburs at all. But he sleeps. So.
Unlike us. So playing Nightmare... for the most part, I didn't even go to Siegfried just because I don't know. Nightmare was actually a lot of fun, so I just stuck with him. I had some trouble with the reversal edge thing going on. Like, I just didn't know when to actually hit the button to like do horizontal sidestep kind of thing, or vertical sidestep, or guard, or I don't know. It was kind of like,
it's not rock paper scissors, as we found out. That fucking chart that Mitchie put in back alley the other night. I was like, dude, that's like a fucking bingo chart.
Yeah.
I'll put it in Hypecast for reference later. Like, because it turns out you don't just do horizontal, vertical attack or guard. There's like, you can GI out of it. You can backstep. You can crouch. You can sidestep. And
it's essentially kind of like the clash system in Injustice, sort of.
Yeah, but that thing was just that was much simpler because that was just wager your meter. Like, whoever has more meter wins. This is like, guard covers everything except fucking vertical attacks. But then it's like fucking. What is it? Vertical attacks lose to like
kicks and like some side steps, of course,
and kicks and side steps and GI, and then it's so much, dude, because there's like there's 8 options, so there's up to like 8 interactions, right?
Yeah.
And like, if you do the same thing, it's gonna clash. So it's just what the fuck though.
Yeah. So I feel like that should kind of cost meter if this is gonna be really.
It builds a lot of meter. But I have my own impressions on it. So at first I hated it because people would just mash it out.
Yeah,
they're just mashing it until I learned you can actually, if you hit it with a any kind of like a guard crush move, like lightning. Think of it like a focus attack in Street Fighter 4, right?
Oh, okay.
So like if you had certain moves that would just break focus attack, you know?
So if I hit L1, essentially I can beat it, right? Because that's the break attack, right? Or
yeah, well, whatever your lightning move is, it would break it. You can also sidestep some of them depending on the character.
Okay.
It's a weird mechanic. It's super new. I don't think I like it right now. But it's also because, you know, as we're gonna have to point out, there is no move list in this beta,
nor a training mode.
Well, training mode makes sense because people like me would just sit in training mode the whole time instead of
trying out the online mode.
Actually doing what the network test is for. But it was super frustrating with like trying to just learn, like try to relearn the character, because like a lot of the characters are different. I played Taki, Tira, for the most part, which were characters I played a lot of in or I played Natsu in Soulcalibur 5, but they're relatively the same character. But I played those two primarily, and like while a lot of the stuff was the same, there was so much different stuff that I was like, there's literally matches like, okay, I'm gonna lose this because I'm just gonna try to figure out what my buttons are.
Yeah,
and these guys are going in, rubbing their faces on the controller with no like we're doing the Soulcalibur, because that's something, because people like to push the triangle button. But
they just want those W's, man.
they want to get those beta points.
Yeah, those B points, man.
The people who like one and done in the beta flabbergast me, because you know how long you wait.
Yeah, and
then they're like, nah, dude, I'm gonna keep these points.
Yeah,
dude. You're gonna go wait for 10 minutes to get a match, most likely. So
yeah, I don't know. That I definitely ran into some one and dones, and I'm like, wow, really?
They probably got tired of fighting Nightmare.
Yeah,
Nightmare's pretty good. I feel like he's really strong right now. He has some good tracking on some of his moves. He has, as usual, he has good damage output.
Oh yeah.
So
I feel like he's like the Jack 7, except he actually has more damage.
Oh no, he is. Jack 7, other than your little like rocket punches, I don't think had as much range as Nightmare.
Right. I'm saying like the accessibility, I guess, and like the archetype, I guess. You know, like they're both sort of like heavy characters, sort of in some way. Obviously, Nightmare has more range because he's using a big ass sword, essentially. But like, you know,
and you have that armored body explosion move.
Yes,
really cool.
Yes. Yes, he has that move too. I need it. I want to know what that input is, so I don't actually accidentally hit it.
I think it's like back AB or back vertical horizontal. I think. I play on stick, so it's hard for me to tell. I just use the game notation.
Okay.
But it might be R1. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I play on pad for when it comes to Soulcalibur.
There's nothing wrong with playing on. I initially played on pad. I switched down the line to stick. It's a very comfortable game on stick because like you'll put like a ABK on the top 3, and then guard will be where light kick would usually be. So it's where your thumb is. So your hand usually you're never having to move to push buttons, right? It's all right there, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty like when I go to custom, I was like, here's ABK. And then everything else is blank, and I'm like, okay, I guess this is like Soul Charge or Super. Right. I didn't know that Supers were one button.
Yeah.
At Evo, I was doing like what it was in Street Fighter 5, which was double quarter circle forward, then push it. But no, it's just push it.
Yeah.
So because of this, people are waking up Super. They give no fucks. No respect.
Right. Yeah, especially Nightmares. Like, my gosh, you can.
Oh yeah, because yours actually has a GI on it.
Yes.
So you like if people are just pressuring you, it'll be ting.
Yep, and you can charge it up to make it unblockable. So
you know what's fucking interesting about Reversal Edge? if you do reversal edge on someone who's going to wake up super, you'll reversal edge the super as long as it like reversal edge was input before the super flash.
You can also another way to do, I think, is to pull off your soul charge, and your like soul, like the explosion will like push them back.
during the animation. Yeah, because the super flash, like I don't think any of the supers were 0 frames from the people I fought, because there was this point where this Taki did a super to me, and then I blocked it, and I was like, all right, I'll punish with my super. No, it's not 0 frames, so he blocked mine, and then and I was like, all right, he's gonna do his again, because you can have up to 2 whole stocks, right?
Yeah.
So he did that, and then like right after his super flash, I was hitting that button, I was like, and mine came out. So mine had the invincibility to hit him. So it was stupid. We were both really bad players at that. Yeah, the game feels fast. The game feels faster than 4. So I like it. You can cover the screen really fast, and I'm trying to get used to people covering the screen because I'm trying to figure stuff out. But
I definitely like the movement. It's definitely maybe not like 1-on-1 with Soulcalibur 2, but it's definitely kind of close.
I haven't played Soulcalibur 2 in a long ass time, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, it definitely feels good enough, at least to move around. So I definitely like it on that part. Other than that, I feel like there's something. Was there anything else for new mechanics that we're leaving out?
The fact that supers, I don't know how to do brave edges, and I didn't realize what the soul charge input was until like maybe my last game, which was hold back and then push ABK.
Oh yeah.
So it's like back and super, and then you'll do soul charge. There was this one point, you know how when Keelik does it, he fucking loses life. Oh yeah. Yeah, so this guy did it, right? And I was already backing up because I thought he was going to wake up super. He woke up soul charge. So I just kept backing up, right? And his health was going down. I don't think he can die from it. But he goes to like 1 health. Yeah. Like because I was seeing, because I wanted to see. Like a lot of this beta was not really playing to win. It was playing to see. Yeah. Trying to figure stuff out. Figure out things that work. Guess what? Gloomy Tira's regular bread and butter still works with the launch to the fucking 4B to the it's not 4B, it's like whatever. It works. The launch into the slice into the headbutt into the fucking send the shit forward. So.
Man, if only we were doing a video podcast, you would see what he was trying to visualize. But with the but
if we were doing a video, you'd see my hands moving, and you'd be like, "Why is that guy ain't got no shirt on?" He's like, "Just took a shower, man. I took a shower like an hour ago." But no, like I like it. It's weird that Tira was in there since she's technically the pre-order bonus. She is the
DLC character, but like we don't have Raphael nor Cervantes.
I think it's because they didn't have that build ready for the online submission. Because you know how things go with like submitting, especially for like PlayStation. Yeah, things got to get submitted and approved a long ass time. Right. So.
It's just weird. Yeah, you pointed out that Tira was in it. So okay.
Yeah, I'm glad she was because I wanted to try her out because I played her a lot in 5.
Okay.
Taki, I figured out her bomb move. Nice. It took a while. I don't think she has her unblockable version anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I literally didn't even play on Sunday, the last day, because I had gotten all I needed out of it. Yeah. And if I want to play Soulcalibur some more, it's kind of like when we were playing Smash Ultimate at EVO. We had gotten what we wanted out of it, and there was a point where we're like, we
want our own controllers and learn on our own pace.
And while I had my own controllers and I could set up my buttons, I felt a lot more comfortable. I wasn't accidentally pushing stuff. Yeah. I need to sit down, look at the move list, and see some of the stuffs.
Yeah. that was essentially it. I feel like if I'm gonna play more Soulcalibur, I want to
especially because Soulcalibur is not about the combos, right? So you don't need training mode to figure out like, well, there are combos, right? There are combos and stuff. There's lethal hits, which is like I guess equivalent to Street Fighter V crush counters.
Yes,
like certain moves that if they counter hit, they'll be like.
Yeah, they crumple them essentially.
Yes, or some of them launch them 10,000 years in the air.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But like, you want to know the moves. You want to know what you can do. Like, and there's I don't know if there are as many as Tekken, but there's quite a number of moves. Like, it took a while to like cycle through back in the day, and they all have their own situations you want to use them, like while standing buttons and stuff like that.
Yeah. And that was essentially it. There's like no other mode or anything like that. It was just ranked.
Just ranked online, which it should have been, but I feel like they could have benefited from a warm up mode between matches.
Yeah, like in Tekken 7, you can there is a warm up sort of little arena,
and they'll probably have that in the final game. I bet you they just didn't want to like we said, people just lab the whole time.
Yeah,
but dude, one thing.
Yes.
Why the hell is there no character select? Like what is this thing with fighting games nowadays where they're like,
you had to pick your character first and then
pick your character, then go online.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it's not even like it's like, and if you want to bring up like counter picking, just hide it. Just hide that shit. Or if you're playing with friends, right?
Yeah.
Like when we're playing in BB Tag, every time we want to switch characters, we're like, oh, hold on, no one ready up. I gotta.
It went AFK.
everyone hold up, and it's just annoying.
Yeah,
it's a hassle.
It's a pretty
Dragon Balls like that. It's just becoming a common thing, and maybe it's good for like the online structure because like it promotes like, hey, this is my identity. This is me as the character.
Yeah, I guess
this is what I'm doing. But I'm like, as someone who just likes playing usually a bunch of characters, I just want to be able to switch with convenience. Like,
the traditional way. So
yeah,
go to that character select screen. I think no, actually, Street Fighter V does it too, I think. So
yeah, Street Fighter V, you definitely have to queue up first.
But I think when you're in a battle lounge, it allows you. Or no, it doesn't actually. I
definitely
think.
Not.
Yeah,
it's becoming a new thing with modern fighting games.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying, but
yeah, maybe it's just us being old men. But luckily, they do this one thing which I think is cool. Because I switched characters, I was able to confirm this because I played my first few things as talking, as you know, I ranked up a couple of times.
Yes.
When I switch to Tira, I start back like kind of near the bottom, right?
Yeah,
so your ranks based on, and apparently this was the same thing in Tekken. I didn't play a lot of Tekken online, so I can't really tell you. Apparently your ranks are tied to like your character.
Yeah.
So say you're experimenting with someone new, you're not gonna go up and like, oh, because you were so good with this character and got up to the higher ranks with whoever, you don't have to deal with all that shit of being like, oh god, I'm getting pressured.
So like whenever this character comes out from DLC and you want to try him out in ranked, you can go ahead and do that without having to face,
the masters
at first, because
you'll be facing people who are probably all playing the DLC character. Because they'll all be new.
Yeah.
It'll be pretty funny. It'll be pretty funny for week of videos and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, that's how it.
That's something I think KI could have benefited from,
right?
Because it got to the point where if you like, because KI was a very hard game, but if you like played KI against a bunch of like
masters,
higher people, and then you got this new character, like I was able to fucking I say scrub my way, but I was able to cheese my way to killer rank I was able to choose my way to killer rank because when the week Hisako came out, because everybody playing against me just picked up Hisako. No one really knew everything.
Yeah.
And so it was easy. Like I was like, I'm just gonna cheese them because they're gonna wake up counter, and I'm just gonna throw them.
Yeah. Yes. Street Fighter could definitely benefit from that too. Especially you know, whenever they have those DLC characters come out too, like Sagat, you know, being the last one. And
yeah, so a lot of people had to learn that stuff. And then I guess in some points people are like, oh, it's not the same because it's like it's kind of different because they'll be like what is it? Well, you're playing a new character, so no one's gonna really know what you can do.
I don't know.
I mean, there is that to it, I guess, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm. But they know how to use their character and know how to like. They know that they know basic situations with that character, but you know, obviously, yeah, there's like specific things that they don't know about the new character. But you can still be able to like get around the basic stuff, you know, and they still have to learn how to deal with the basic situations with the new character. It's kind of like you know, riding on that new bike. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know, you're going across. Bless you. You're going across from A to B, but you're going A to B with a brand new bike, whether it's, you know, a brand new type of bike or not. You still have to like kind of get used to it. You know what I mean? So those people have to get used to it. Meanwhile, people are already gotten used to it with their character. So I think that's I personally disagree when it comes to like, oh, you know, those people don't know how to face those characters. I don't know. It's just that's just me. But anyway,
I like character based ranking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with it too. So
I think BlazBlue does something kind of like that. They have this thing where it's like what is it? Where you have points per character you use. The more you win with a certain character, the more points you'll get.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really play that online except against with you guys.
Yeah.
Having a good time. So
Amen.
That's pretty much all I have to say. I'm excited. The game's coming out in like 3 weeks.
3 weeks. It's coming out.
Less actually.
Yeah, it's coming out
less
the 16th.
than 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think it's coming out.
I thought it's the 19th.
Something like that. Yeah, so around there.
So.
Yeah. We're definitely in October now as we speak, so
I gotta get that PC version, dog. I have beef with a high school friend.
Oh, okay.
Who plays PC games now. Me and him go way back. He's the reason I learned to Taki because I wanted to beat her. Like, I'm gonna learn your fucking character. I'm gonna beat you with your own character.
And now maybe you can probably in
I don't know, dude. Yeah. He'll be like, all right, I need to know fucking backflip move, and he'll be like, I need to know fucking bomb, and he'll because of what Soulcalibur is, he hits me with basic mind games.
So yeah, fun stuff. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Hopefully the two of us will do like a let's play of some sort with the story mode.
Maybe actually. With one of them, I'll be probably willing to do the character creation one.
Oh yeah. I think that's what I was trying to go at, but yeah.
But like, the other one where it puts you with isn't that like
you have to like pick a character and then you like go through their branch and then you pick the next character?
No, if it's anything like 5 was, it's more of like MKX where you just go through chapters. And,
just one whole thing,
and it gives you a different character. Anytime. And then they face you against a really cheap boss with a character you don't know how to play because they weren't even available until you unlock them in the story mode. Right. So that, oh god, fucking Elysium in Soulcalibur V was stupid. She had a critical edge that dealt 50% damage of your health.
Maybe what we can do is like you can do the character creation one, and then I can do the actual story mode. I don't know. Well, maybe
we might want to wait because Soulcalibur story modes are usually bad. So I'm just gonna throw that out there, man.
Yeah. Well, it's we'll
do the character creation one. I think would be the best bet because we can make a custom character, have fun. I can make it have a move set I know.
Yeah.
And then and then we'll set it to like fucking easy or something. Like I think that game actually, if you lose enough, it's like you want to turn down the difficulty.
Yeah.
I think it literally does that. So it's like.
Yeah.
God.
We'll see. We'll definitely do character. We'll see about.
We have 3 weeks to decide.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. We'll see. Yeah. So that's pretty much Soulcalibur 6. We're both looking forward to it. I can't wait for the character creation, definitely, and everything else at Soulcalibur. Can't wait to see what DLC characters pop up. I can definitely see Cassandra being DLC. I don't
think they should waste as much as I want Cassandra.
Yeah.
Because she's just a different version of Sophia that I played better.
Well, I mean that's the case with Anna, though.
I don't think because there's only 3, not including Tira, right? And if what they have announced so far is all they're going to announce, I would much rather see a Setsuka, a Hilde,
Hilde,
and I guess I don't know. I don't like Rock, but someone out there probably wants Rock.
Isn't he like a sort of different from Astroth kind of character?
Yeah. But he's been a mainstay for a while. Or Huang, like it should get Huang.
Or
Young Song.
Young Song, yeah.
So I would gladly lose Cassandra for Hilde Setsuka or Young Song.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of like Cassandra, excuse me, from a design standpoint, but I don't know.
She's all about the butt. I watched Max's stream today, and they're going over the break arts from Soulcalibur 4, and I forgot she fucking
sits on you,
fucking makes you eat her ass back in fucking 2008, or whatever. I didn't know about that.
Yep, that's definitely a thing. But yeah, it's coming. Yep. So October 19th. Yes, that's everyone to look forward to.
My calendar is marked.
Yeah, same here. That's like definitely priority for me for Brocktober. When it comes to
Brocktober, it's not Brocktober. I mean, I'm buying 2 Soulcaliburs probably, but that's about it.
Yeah, for me, it's Brocktober because I'm getting Super Mario Party. Soulcalibur 6, freaking Black Ops 4, and then
I already bought that.
Yeah,
down payment.
Yeah, you already got it. You already got it. So at least I have someone to play.
I'm already a bit broke. Thanks. I don't know if I like that game. We'll probably play the VR together.
We'll do. Yeah, we'll do something with that.
It won't be as smooth as PC though.
But anyway, what was the 4th game? Fist of the North Star. That's definitely I'm like looking forward to that.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I'm looking for the most.
It's super yours.
Yeah, that's definitely my game. So I'm definitely looking forward to October at least. But anyways, we can now head over to the miscellaneous talk. So
anything you want to talk about in particular? Because I know what I want to talk about, and it's only a couple things.
Well, I don't know. I mean, just I guess maybe where we're at with anime for a little bit, like.
I'm behind on everything.
My Hero Academia. I'm kind of I'm kind of behind on the One Piece anime, but I already know the manga. So yeah, I mean, I'm not.
You have manga advantage.
I have manga advantage. So I'm okay, but I'm definitely gonna hit up Josh for a One Piece binge soon. So but when it comes to like Persona and My Hero and stuff like that, kind of behind on that. When it comes to the anime, I also have the manga.
I think Persona's almost finished, actually. From what I said,
I thought it is finished.
Almost finished because I think they have a OVA coming out.
Oh,
that came out this week.
Okay.
Because I think it ends on the bat. It ends on. Did you get the bad ending? Kind of ending. Because it's based on a JRPG with multiple endings, so it's it gives you that bad ending.
Also so it kind of gives you a cliffhanger, and
that's it. Yeah,
that's why it branches off, or sort of.
I don't want to talk about specifics, but it gives you literally that feeling. Remember when you were playing it, and you're like, "Did I fuck up? Did I get the bad ending?"
Oh,
apparently that's when the anime ended.
Oh, okay.
And then they're like, "Oh wait, no, there's an OVA that's after the." Oh wait, no, I did it. Okay.
Dude, like when I reached that point, I'm like, what? Like, did I fuck it up? Did I fuck up this whole game?
We're talking around it because we don't know who out there hasn't played it, but it's a fucking good game.
Yeah, very good game for Persona 5. if you haven't played already and you're a fan of JRPGs, definitely go get that. It's such a good masterpiece for PS4.
It's the best Persona gameplay wise. So
yeah, but yeah. Back on anime. My Hero, that Persona 5.
I felt like this season has been going on forever, dude. I felt like this season, it feels like it's like been 2 seasons long.
Right.
Like the intro changed, but there was no like break. So is it a different season?
They're gonna have a season 4 essentially. So
okay.
So and season 3 ended officially. So
okay. Bunch of fucking shit though.
Yeah, they covered quite a bit of chapters, so or arcs. Rather,
good development.
Yep. So how are you liking it for the most part overall?
I still like it. It's my first jump in the shonen, so I like it. I see a lot of parallels with like what I hear about like Naruto and like Dragon Ball and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm behind, so I have nothing really to comment on it, unfortunately.
Right.
You watch anything new, anime wise?
Not so much. I did want to talk about Ruby now that we actually watched.
Oh yes, we could. I honestly forgot about that.
Now that we actually watched the original
we watched
format.
The whole volume 1.
Original format,
not the abridged.
yeah, not the Crunchyroll edition, because the Crunchyroll apparently squeezes in these episodes or whatever into like 24
3
minutes.
seasons into 12 episodes, because that's how they had to air it in Japan on TV.
Good lord. But so yeah, we were able to see it in the actual original format with Japanese voices and all that stuff, and
the dub.
Or Japanese dub, Japanese dub.
That's the joke.
Yeah. My opinion overall hasn't really changed all that much, other than there's some important scenes that we kind of sort of missed out on, but like, you know, for example, like we got to learn more about Jean.
Wait, you would never learn about, because I remember there was a point you guys were asking us like, how did John even get into this school? And then like what happened? Basically I was like, oh, you guys will learn later. Turns out if we continued watching Crunchyroll, you would never have gotten to learn.
Yeah. That's
it's hilarious, because I was like, man, it's been years since I've seen this, but
why is it so fast?
I knew it was kind of fast, but this is like
super. This is crazy fast, and then it turned out
crazy.
Yeah. But it turned out, they actually like
had to cut a lot.
They oh man, it's like Cliff Notes, but like kind of worse in a way, because it actually leaves out some
to me important character development.
Yeah.
Because I think you don't watch. I think you watch shows like Ruby. Like I said, I compared it to like a Big Mac or whatever. You know, fast food burger.
Right.
It's good, but it's not like the cream of the crop. It's not burger.
You can eat it and stuff, and like
you can eat it, you can enjoy it, you can think it's nice, but it's not like Gordon Ramsay burger. It's not like Top Dollar. It's just
a burger.
It's doing what it wants to do, and it's just trying to entertain you with characters, and that's how I feel about it. In my opinion.
Like I said, my overall opinion from even with the Crunchyroll and whatever, like changed little, other than we learned about John and whatever. But it's like, to me, it's a big fan project from Montiome, and I think it's
passion project,
very very passionate project, and
wait till we get to volume 2.
Yeah,
3. We'll have more to like it. To me, this is a very probably unpopular opinion. I think the show gets better. A lot of people think it doesn't, but I don't know why. But that's just me personally. I think Josh agrees with me too, because he other than myself, I think in our group he's the only one who's actually seen it all. Well, there's something that starts in October. Volume 6,
I guess. Oh yeah.
For
you guys, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be watching that in that
English.
Original creator's intent of English.
Gosh. Whatever. Bust blast!
She never says.
She never said. I know she didn't say it, but like, yeah, I know. It'd be kind of funny though, like, cause like, oh, you know, Blaze Blue Cross Tag turned out to be pretty popular for what it is, and now that like Rooster Teeth's like, hey, we should take some notes from this game, or whatever, and then they'll actually say their named moves or whatever. I don't know. But isn't Ruby the only one that actually says something about her attacks? Oh no, fucking Yang goes cold shoulder or whatever.
I think that's just a fighting game thing.
It's a fighting game thing, yeah.
Ice Shard.
Yeah.
Nightshade. Like they all say it. Dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Everybody in this game says their fucking moves.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm just more specific towards like Ruby characters.
Ruby is just obnoxious.
Yeah.
Because she's the youngest. Now you know.
Yeah.
She's the youngest.
Yeah.
But she's the leader.
Yeah. I get it. You know, I see why it was popular at the time, and I see it, and I'm not gonna like be you know, as I can't be enthusiastic as, you know, a lot of people are from the, you know, Rooster Teeth.
I am a very average Ruby fan.
Yeah.
I want you to watch it, but I'm not buying those $20 socks.
But you can get the flask, dude. The flask is actually kind of cool.
Well, that has use.
Yeah, it has use too.
Bro, that's just some socks.
Yeah. There's the the PJs and the sunglasses that are like $50.
The aviator that came with a aviator case.
Yeah, that kind of looks like it would be from Ruby or something. I don't know, but it's just neat. I'll say that much, and it's entertaining enough for me to be like, okay, this is kind of cool, and I'm not gonna be like, oh god, it's like garbage that, you know, someone made on their computer or whatever. But like, I don't know. I see it. I see why people enjoy it.
The more you watch it, I think it'll warm up on you a little more, but your opinion will remain the same of what it is.
Yeah.
Like it is what it is. Yeah. It's not anything incredible. Like it's not. I'm trying to think. It's not. It's not like, oh, Death Note's amazing. Like I was trying to think of, like, you know, the thing someone would be like, what do you mean you've never seen Death Note?
Oh, right.
You know, I was trying to think of like,
I don't know, like even with mine, like One Piece, I'm like, I don't hold it against people who don't watch One Piece. I totally understand why, because it's gone so far over the years in terms of like how many episodes and chapters it has. When I retire,
I'll start watching One Piece.
When you retire, what's retirement?
Yeah, that's when I'll be able to sit on my ass and watch One Piece all day, dude.
I mean, I don't know. I think at some point you should at least check out the first 30 something episodes.
I will. It's not like I don't want to watch One Piece. It's just I don't have time.
Yeah, I
don't have time and motivation. Because if I really wanted to, I could just not do. I could stop coming to this podcast. I could go to work and come home, watch One Piece for about a year, and I'll get caught up.
Or maybe 6 months if you're really gonna go at it. But like,
if I call into work a couple times, you know.
if you like sneak in like even one episode per lunch or something, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I would say just take it one saga at a time, really, and just let it sit, and then watch another saga. Because there's like, I mean, there is a lot of sagas still, but like, I don't know. It's I don't know. That would be the best approach in my opinion. But I would say really, if you really want to, you know, get the feel of One Piece, watch 30. I think maybe 35 or something. I gotta look into it, but like, I don't know. It really, you know, like holds the essence of One Piece from those first 30 something episodes, in my opinion. But because it shows you how they do the person's like backstory and how they got here and stuff like that, and you know, there's just a lot of cool shit in One Piece. I gotta say that too. Like they do a really good job building up the lore and everything, and like just backstory and history, and there's just so much that I could talk about, but like it'll it'll take up, like especially with the remaining time. I don't know. It's just there's so much to it, and I just don't want to go too far with it. But that's just One Piece. When it comes to like new shit, I want to watch, or new to me anyway. I still have, I'm still considering Dragon Ball Super. I'm still considering JoJo's at some point, but I do want to check out Violet Evergarden. That came out like some time ago, not too long.
It's finished, I believe. I think it's on Netflix. I think that's one of those Netflix published animes. And I think there's one that Danielle wants to watch. It's the gambling one.
Oh yeah.
School. Danielle said she kind of wanted to watch that one. So Danielle doesn't ever want to watch anime, so I might take advantage of this, even though I'm like not interested in it that much.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, I'll meet her in the middle.
Michi kind of talks about it here and there too, so that's probably something for you to watch with her. So,
Michi's opinions of things are about as broad as mine, which doesn't tell to their quality. You know what I'm saying? We both are fans of Senran and Kagura.
Yeah, he tends to pick up more of those anime games, if you know what I'm saying. Like how we sort of played, or not, or you played. I watched Senran and Kagura Reflections.
Play is a very generous word, dude.
We checked out Senran and Kagura Reflections.
Dude, they did make another $10 DLC with Riona.
Oh yeah.
So listen, if they put the whole roster in there, that's gonna be a really expensive game down the line.
Yeah.
Daidoji.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna pick it up, but I would like to see Katsuragi. That's just my personal little thing, but
I like Ikaruga.
Ikaruga, yeah.
She's just Virgil.
Funny enough, those two are good friends, so it's like it's just a little weird thing going on. But back on the anime. I guess. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's pretty much it for like new stuff, quote unquote, to me.
How are we doing on time?
We probably should be getting close to. Yeah, we're getting close to 1:30. So like.
All right. Well, if that's all about anime, I'll just talk briefly about Dragalia.
Sure. Oh yeah, Dragalia Lost. Yes.
Dragalia. So Dragalia Lost was the new Nintendo published mobile game developed by Psy Games, makers of Shadowverse, Grand Blue Fantasy, something else. I can't think of it. They're very prominent. I think they actually sponsor Daigo.
Yes, Psy Games is definitely a sponsor of Daigo, Fudo, and some other people. So
yeah, so they got money.
Yeah.
So them and Nintendo up to play this game. The game's cool, I think. Its gameplay reminds me a lot of Diablo. So that's kind of where I'm at. Where I'm like, I don't know if I like this, but it's like because I'm not a fan of Diablo, but it's interesting. There's a lot of Grand Blue stuff in here, like putting your dupes of weapons into weapons to upgrade the weapon levels, to uncap your weapons, but they call it unbind in this. You get, when you do your rolls, you can get adventurers. It's not CEs; they're called something, but they're basically like just pictures that you equip to your adventurers, and they give them like a stat bonuses and. Special effects like more skill damage and shit like that.
Okay.
Longer dragon time, and you can get dragons, which I guess are like your summons. But since it's like a Diablo thing, you can equip a dragon to a character, and then when you build up enough meter, you transform into a dragon. And a lot of it's like tapping and swiping to roll out of the way of moves. It's surprisingly fun. I went into it very like, this might be bad. The rates seem tough, but it does have apology. I haven't spent money on this game because I'm still hesitant on it, and I'm kind of invested in Azure Lane and Girls Frontline and FGO money wise. So I don't need a fourth dollar sink.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is the the rates, they start out pretty low for like 5 stars, I believe, like 1%, but at, like they have like pity meter on like FGO, like kind of like Fire Emblem, where like the more you don't get it, the higher chance you do of getting it. Boy, that music is probably the coolest thing about that thing. And there's co-op, so if I can convince any of the other folks to
get it,
we can.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I don't know if I will at some point get it, but
well, you're invested in Azure Lane, and we got an event going on right now, and you need to farm those Emmas. You don't need to be trying out no Dragalia.
Maybe
there's like 3 things I want in the shop for myself, so I got a lot of Emmas I need to farm as well. But
anyway, so anything more on Dragalia Lost?
I suggest trying it out now, since it's new. Getting into gacha games early on, they have like a jump start thing where if you complete enough quests, you get a free 10 summon. I'm still working towards that. I got to get my dragon. I got to get 1 dragon to level 20, and then I'm good.
Right.
At the moment, they seem kind of generous on the crystals, but it's, usually like, when you first start Grand Blue, every mission gives you crystals, so you're progressing through the story. So it's really interesting right now. If you're curious, try it out if you can. If it's not available in your country, get the APK and use it on an emulator, because you can. So just try it out. Either you like it or you don't. I found out the dragons are girls. This main story dragons. So dragon harem.
Yep, of course. Gotta collect those waifus, man. Just like every other freaking game. The Fire Emblem.
That's what got you games.
Yeah, Fire Emblem Heroes, F Go or Fate Go, and then Grand Blue, and then. Dude,
did I tell you that I had gotten so used to playing like Girls Frontline and Azure Lane that when I rolled, I was like, wow, dudes, what? I was a little confused.
Yeah. So, is there like some sort of like event coming up for Dragalia Lost for now, or is it just like kind of
very new? It's not like Azure Lane or Girls Frontline where it launched in another region. It launched worldwide at the same time.
It's brand new, right?
It's brand new. Yeah. So the event is the fact that it's new.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Okay. Yeah.
I have a bunch of overflowing stamina because I keep leveling up and it's refilling. So I'm in that boat.
That's how it goes in Grand Blue as well. Like when you when you first play Grand Blue. That's
another reason I'm not in a rush to like complete everything, because it's like
you have all this stamina.
Really but that's all I have to say about that. And we could probably wrap it up here.
Okay.
Hopefully we get some more news. I'll keep my ear to the ground, see what I can hear about things. I'm not sure if anything's actually happening this week, so we might have another dry week. We might have to bring in like Josh or somebody.
Yeah, maybe.
See what's up.
Yeah. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this episode of the podcast. Number 66.
66.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in for this Hypecast. If you have any comments about the things that we talked about, leave them down below, whether it's YouTube or SoundCloud or iTunes or whatever. So, thank you guys so much for that, and we'll be back for hopefully for more stuff to talk about, like Ender said. So, we'll try to have something by then. So, until then, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Later.
About your game. Are you sure your next move's the right one for you? Are you sure you won't get outmaneuvered again, my friend?